I know you know about the I'm Kinda Famous podcast, but do you know about all the other shows on the IKF network? How about Catch These Hands, the combat sports podcast that hit you right in the chest? Or the all-new YouTube, Facebook video podcast, Who Up? Thought essays, motivation, and real talk. All found on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Or just go to arrowfilms.com. Subscribe, share, and listen, and then tell your mama I said hi.
Hey, yo, I heard that Chiquita's is the illest tacos in town, but she is closed.
She's always closed.
Why?
Across the way, this is the
Yeah, I
I'm
hear
Kinda
that
Famous
it's good.
podcast. They didn't already start. I just want to get y'all in there talking already.
We on.
Let me look around, make sure I know, you know what I mean? If I can curse yet. Anyway, hold on. Let me move some things around. Can I set this here?
You done with it?
Hold on, let's do this. Take all that, drop it on the back side.
That sounded real explicit. Different
Drop it on the backside.
Sometimes you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Looks like it.
Hold
That's
on.
gross.
You clipping over here somewhere.
I agree. It smells gross.
No
Ham?
clip. No
That.
clips on. You still clipping?
Nah, ham?
That.
Yeah,
Ham is good.
is
That
gross.
don't look good.
Ham is disgusting.
No,
Hold
it's
on, we're gonna talk
not.
about what's wrong with ham.
It's gross.
We started. Get this. You
Last
done jumped
time
into the ham. We
last
gotta
time
talk
I ate
about
a
that.
pork chop, I felt like I smelled like a pig. Like my breath smelled like a pig.
What?
Like real talk. Real talk. Like I haven't had a
Pork
pork
chops.
chop in
That's how I
years.
feel about bacon.
See, my man's in the cut feels me. See?
You don't eat pork
See?
chop?
I don't eat fried
You
pork
eat ham?
chops, but I'll eat
I don't
Bacon.
eat pork.
I
No
don't eat
pork on my
bacon
fork.
because of that.
We pescatarian. We practicing pet. That's why I got a grilled cheese, because they didn't have no
Fish.
fish.
What you say?
sandwich,
You
no
don't eat
shrimp.
what?
I don't eat fried pork chops.
I can dig that. I gave up a lot of fried food like 3 years ago.
It's bad.
It ain't that it's bad. Yeah, no, it's bad. I'm getting older.
The only pro about it is the taste.
The taste? That's the only pro?
Yeah,
Might as well get a mic.
That's the best pro
I know,
for
but
food.
there's many times.
Just saying.
Many times we can probably all name 3 different ones.
3 cons off of pork.
Almost just 3 fried food.
Oh
Yeah.
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 No.
Stop.
I get that. We can get off the fry.
How should we make pork chop?
Grilled, baked.
You can put it in the oven.
Real pork chop.
I got this real baller device at home called an air fryer. Ain't no oil on that pizza.
Look, if it's not fried, it's not good. Usually.
It's horrible
Well,
handwriting.
what?
Is what it is.
All right, hold on.
boy wrote
You know what I mean? Let me get back into this thing here. You know what I'm saying? You jumped out here hating on pork. No, you started this.
It was a collective effort.
Hated on the
We
sandwich.
ain't fooling with pork.
That's a bread. I don't even know what kind of bread it is. A ham and a cheese.
Looks like the kind you passed at the
And
Passover.
The butt. It looked like the butt.
The Passover.
You
It
stupid.
looked like Passover
You
bread.
stupid.
It
She
do.
gave you grape juice with it.
Take
We can
him
break
to
this
the
together.
king.
Break bread. Break
You know what
bread.
I mean? Who gonna look with who Judas? Whoever came with that was like dope. Just to be like, all right, we got everybody gonna be this way, but Judas just had him like, fuck this.
That's how Judas was, though.
That's how people. That's how
Yeah, the
people is
rat.
in general when they
Yeah.
talking shit. They just like, man, I don't.
They be hating.
Yeah.
They be hating. You know the dope thing about haters though, man, I was actually gonna post something today, a video, but I stopped myself. They watching. Like they either
supposed
watching
to,
or
though.
listening.
Yeah.
Like that's the beauty in it. Like, so why focus on haters? Why focus on whack shit when
It
you already got their
depends, though.
attention?
It depends though. You kind of have to. I don't mind focus on a hater or two.
Yeah. 1 or 2?
Shit, probably more than that. Ain't no like because it's almost like you want to be like, I know you hate me. I see. You.
See, I don't got the energy for hate. Like I don't got the energy to even pay attention to a hater.
I do.
We know.
Said we know.
So do you.
No,
think
I
everybody
don't.
got-
You ain't gonna drop something just one time for the one time because you know somebody watching?
No.
Yeah, she lied. We do it all
Called
the
her
time.
out.
We do it all
Called
the
her
time.
I'm
out.
telling you, it's just I think that's what the people with energy are petty people. If you saying you're not petty, is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm not petty.
Lies.
I
I'm not
try to
at all.
consciously not be
Lies.
petty.
Why?
Cause it don't. It's a waste of energy. Well,
It's
I don't want to waste
enjoyable.
my energy over here doing this weird whack shit when I could be over here.
You got time
leveling
today,
up.
cuz.
Oh, today I got time. Today I got time, cuz.
Yeah.
I know they mad. They can't stop. Number one soundtrack in the world. Black on. The number one movie from making records. Making the whole wild VHS soundtrack. Told y'all to in the movie. Told y'all I'm gonna show y'all how to clean your dirty money up with good money. Invest into yourself. You heard me?
My partner gave me $50, put me in the game. I've been slanging weeds and I moved up the cane. Pushing them ballers, slanging them quarters. I try to 2 for 3, goddamn it, I'm a baller. Pushing them weight.
No, we good.
We good. Okay.
Good. We
Okay.
I think I was.
We on. Oh, we on. We on like we supposed to be on. Oh, I
right.
still have my sexy voice on.
You got to jump in. So, this is what we doing.
Yes.
I forgot all about
Episode
that.
52 of the I'm Kind of Famous
I'm
podcast.
petty.
Okay.
Make sure you go to Arrow Films. ArrowFilms.com. That's the personal website. We go look at everything. You get the clean ass people collected t-shirts, the book Wi-Fi Rock Bottom. I forgot everything else I was gonna say. Because I don't start the same every show.
Okay, I got
But
you.
that's cool. Facebook.com/Kind of Famous Pod. KINDA Famous Pod POD. I'm adjusting myself. I'm getting comfortable.
Getting in radio
Getting
form. I see you.
comfortable.
I
There
see
we
you.
go.
I see you getting in the zone. You
voice
got to be in
changed
the
a little
zone.
bit.
And now
So
you're
this-
tuned in to KKRP.
You gotta get your quiet storm. I get the quiet storm here in a second. So appreciate everybody listening to last week's episode 51, Black Panther episode. We talk about Black Panther, Monique, Get Out, getting the Academy, and we also talked about women in entertainment. You know, the plight that all these women have made, and how it may or may not relate to Monique and the thing that she was talking about. So that did a good episode. That was like 2.5 hours long. We already at what day? What's today?
Today's a Monday, though.
We just dropped the episode Friday. Monday,
12.
we already at somewhere around 600. So that's dope. For real, that's a quick turnaround on an episode. But this week, we jump back and review Situationship. We ain't put it out yet. Y'all got the clips. Some of the clips is put out there. We're gonna put some more out there, but we got pretty much show alumni now. Big Samuel David.
Yo.
He on again. Now, one thing about Sam, he got his own podcast. Now, why don't you tell people about that?
Yes, the Little Bit of Everything podcast with myself, my wife Felicia, and the awesome Autumn Black. We got 2 dope CEO and owners on there. We talk about a little everything: relationships, life, funny shit, all types of shit. It's dope. Tune in radio, iHeartRadio, Google Play.
The word you're supposed to say. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you
That
can find
one,
my
where
podcast.
you said.
There we go. SoundCloud, that's where I see it.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook page.
Samuel David is the Facebook page.
That's how they-
Just go to SamuelDavid.com, SamuelDavid87.com, www.samueldavid87.com.
The www. Everybody knows.
Just
www
search it.
Sit there already.
This is true. This is true.
Now, the dope thing is you, your wife, Autumn Black. I mean, not your wife, ain't Autumn Black. But
Yeah.
your wife
Yeah.
and Autumn Black.
Yeah.
Who also co-hosted the Situationship live event we did at 819 South Woodline. I don't even know. I don't have to plug the address no more. We ain't going back. Probably not going back. I'll be honest with you. It was a cluster. It was a situation.
Shit.
But you know, she hosted. We got into some good conversation.
Yes. Yes.
One of the dopest things is this audience. This crazy people in this audience. We got 2 of them here today. Who I'm gonna start with? Who want to talk to?
Okay.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Here, we get this voice. Y'all gotta know the voice because they're gonna be jumping back and forth.
I mean,
Why don't you introduce yourself?
okay. My name is Kate.
Kate, this is what we're going
Kate.
by. All right, cool. All right.
That's what Kiara calls me. So
All right,
let's
Kiara.
go with that because
And
she's gonna say
now
it.
everyone knows that we're Kate and Kiara.
Boom.
That
We
sounds
got
like a
both.
rap group.
Uh-oh.
K squared.
Uh-oh. She gonna sing. She
We
gonna pop.
actually do go by K squared
That's lit.
because KB and KB.
Eh?
Oh, that's
KB
even
squared.
doper. That's heavy.
But how long y'all been kicking it?
Over 10 years.
Yeah, at least since we were 15 or 16. Yeah.
Now, did y'all jump out the gate with the K squared?
No.
When did it
Actually,
come?
I thought of that. Thank
Had
you.
to be developed.
Had to be developed.
That
She
got
thought of it, you
developed
had to
maybe
develop it.
like a year or two ago, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Word.
Now, y'all both attended the event. There was a lot of banter, if you will. Some outrageous things happened. I said a few crazy things. We don't do that.
Accurate.
Per usual.
There you go. I'll take that like a little trademark. Get these chips out the way. What y'all think of the show overall?
I enjoy myself. I have fun. It's nice to have a venue like that where you can go and talk about topics that, everyone's interested in. So it was cool to get different points of view on relationships.
I agree. I really enjoy my show myself because it like helps me see what I was doing, what I was doing, what I wasn't doing, what could have helped, what could change. And it actually kind of like
She was cutting
changed.
people off when we left
Yeah,
that show.
like I ain't talked to people
Oh,
since
word.
then. Like
That's heavy. That's
yeah,
heavy.
she was cutting people off.
it like for real changed me.
Who you cut out? I mean, now hold on.
Wow.
Let's do this.
Wow.
Let's do this.
No,
You said
see.
you cut people off.
Yes, people.
That means you had yourself a little, you know what I mean, little basketball squad over there.
Gang, 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 gang.
I mean,
Oh, please, y'all, don't make her start.
Sheesh.
What made you want to cut people out?
I don't know, that show just like it opened my eyes to like, seeing different people's situations. Like I'm so used to just seeing like our situation and our
Yeah.
situation are two completely and totally different situations, but I'm used to seeing that. So it's kind of
Right.
like, I know that's what she do and this is what I do.
Yeah.
But seeing like different people and what could develop in my life and what is not developing because of who I talk to, it was
Like
major.
the type of person.
Yeah.
Now, did you think that like all these people are similar to each other, or just like I got this kind of guy, this kind of guy, this kind of guy, or were they all kind of have the same theme that runs across?
The boys you pick?
Yeah, I think the boys that I pick are usually all similar.
Yeah.
Like,
You got a type.
yeah, and I don't
Word.
realize that they're similar until
I
step
say
away.
something.
Yeah. Or she says something,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh shit, damn.
Well, it's
Like,
got
I
to be
didn't even
something in
realize
each
that.
of them that draws you to it, and it just happened to be the same thing
Yeah,
in each of them. That's heavy.
What's her type?
go ahead. It's okay.
Her type
Hold
is
on, filter.
usually-
Let's. There's a box.
I'm gonna stay in the box. Her type is usually like needs support, like needs her.
Ooh.
So she will pick someone who is maybe jobless, but like got several hustles on the side,
Yeah.
like without
Word.
having like an actual job, or somebody who
Street
just-
dreams.
Yeah, somebody who
Yes.
just can't stay out of trouble. Like he might have like a little fast food job or something, and then but he just in and out of jail. Like it's just like somebody who just
Like
gotta-
I have never ever in my life dated someone who just had they shit
a
together.
stable
Word.
man. Like
Yeah.
Where do you meet
somebody
these guys at?
I mean,
Facebook,
Hold on.
Snapchat.
Hold on.
yeah.
Got you.
But universally, everybody knows like these are not the cream of the crop.
Correct.
So why do you still pursue beyond? Is it the
I
drop
am
off?
deep.
I think
Oh.
she gets hopeful. Like I think that she thinks since someone's at this point in their life,
Yeah.
there's got to be an up. Like
Yeah,
But-
I'm just always like, I don't know. I'm
What's
the
your
type
sign?
of person.
I knew
I'm
he
a
was gonna
Cancer.
say
I always want to help
Aw,
people,
so
and so I feel like
emotional.
when I find, shut up. When I find someone who is like that, I'm just like, it's okay. Like I got you.
Yeah.
You know,
and that is the problem.
that is the problem.
Because I'm the opposite. Like, I'll say no. Like,
Word.
no, we're not doing that. I'll say it for her. I'll be like, give me your phone. We're saying no.
that's the issue for me.
But that's
have
a good friend right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
Now
She
you gotta
probably
have
gets
a
tired of it.
budget for these kind of dudes, though.
What do you
Like
mean?
a budget. Like, are you giving out to help support these?
I mean, I guess I give out because
Don't be so
like,
nice. You said a budget. Are you tricking?
Nah, not necessarily
Ricky,
chicken.
I don't even know what that is.
Are you enabling and supporting these folks?
Okay,
in their-
enabling.
in their-
No.
I don't
okay,
think she
okay.
does to that extent.
no.
I think it's just like, I even feel like if it's a ride, like we shouldn't be doing it because these people are
Word.
taking advantage of you. Like even if it's just a ride or a trip to McDonald's or whatever. What were you doing before y'all started talking? What was he doing before that?
That's
He
what
needs
it
to get back to
usually
doing
is,
that.
a ride
Get
or
on
something.
my mic. That's real shit.
Word.
How long? When did you start this? Like, do you look at? Let me ask. Do you look at it like a problem, or is it just?
Well,
like,
I do now. I didn't before, but I started this.
Shit
like,
turned into an intervention.
right.
Absolutely. We got
I
to the house.
started-
We had to talk.
I started this after I got divorced. I feel like my divorce changed me,
Word.
and it just turned some things off that I didn't, or maybe like I don't know. It
Were you just trying to
changed
be a
me.
new person? Trying to start over, be like this new version of you
No.
after a divorce?
I don't think I did.
How long were you married?
Maybe like a year and a half.
But y'all dated for
Yeah, we dated for like almost 7 years. So
Yeah.
Hey, don't that kind of suck? I mean, in a way, 7 years.
I mean, when I think about it, yes, it really sucks. I try not to think about it because it still kind of hurts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's open that book up.
oh god,
I was just joking.
No,
Great.
I don't want to talk about him.
Ooh, he must have been awful.
he was awful.
Was it one of these kind of awful situations where he was awful for a long time?
Yeah.
And you just kind of, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
The
we-
whole
we-
time
we
we
got
Because
it.
he
Kate,
was
Kate
awful.
told her about that one too.
He like cheated on me every year, and I still got married to this nigga. I don't know why.
And I
but
told her, and this man said, it wasn't me. And I had the picture. I had the picture.
Shaggy ass?
Now,
Yes.
Word.
Yes. Yeah.
now, you knew he was cheating on you.
yeah.
Man. Can we hold hands, say a prayer real quick? I just,
From my self worth.
No, so that's word though. So you transitioned from a relationship 7 years, then a marriage, right? And then you said that you cut off hella people after the event, and it was hella. Because what stands out to me about the event was that lady that was been married for like 17 years, and then she got her husband almost had a baby on the way.
Yeah.
So things like that helped you open up your mind even more. Like,
No,
yo,
definitely not her
that.
situation
Okay,
at
okay.
hold on. Now, it was some wild situations throughout.
It was a lot of situations.
There was a lot of weird ones that was
situations.
running through that.
Yes.
But what was crazy was she was talking about her marriage the whole time like it was great.
And then
And then
at the
all
end, she
of a
was like,
sudden
"Oh,
at
and
the end-
he might have a baby." Why
Yo, that
would
shit
you say
it couldn't have been planned any better.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Shit.
Like, what?
I expect me doing what I do that people will protect themselves throughout.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think what happened was, I mean, the different openness and conversation that happened. You talking
Yeah.
about your marriage, it becomes a safe place.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think she
Word.
felt safe in that moment saying, well, shit, you know, because throughout, at the beginning, you swore like, this is,
Yeah,
okay, this is
things are
our
going-
example.
What?
Yeah.
She didn't even want you to be her side dude.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Ain't shit. You know what I mean?
We
No,
know.
he's not, guys.
We know.
He's really not.
He's telling the truth.
Okay, damn, hold on.
Damn.
It's not an advertisement for it. Commercial.
Turn.
What was the situation, or what was a topic or thing that made you say, if that wasn't
I think it was.
the girl with cigarettes?
I think it was Sam.
Oh,
Word.
Him talking about, it was either Sam or Autumn. One of y'all talked about, like, it was you when you said, when you realize that a nigga ain't shit,
Yeah.
why do you stay with him?
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. Like, I realized that these niggas that I be talking to ain't shit. Why am I still
Why
talking
you
to
still
them?
there? It's like you go to
Especially
Walmart,
D.
you know their
Like,
service is horrible.
I
and you
just,
still go back in that motherfucker.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. After that, I was just like, I just don't have time. And since then, like, if a nigga act up, you're gone. It's
Okay.
over.
is that easy to do?
It is now. It was not at first. No. It, like, the dude I was talking to before we even went into that event, I was like, I'm gonna give you a 2-week notice. You know, like, you got 2 weeks to get it together. And then after that, I was like, fuck you and your 2 weeks. And that's a wrap. Your dick is
Word.
whack. So,
Oh, man.
Well,
and I hope he hears this.
Well, hold on. Well, let's be honest. Is
Yeah.
it easier to do that cutout when that is the situation?
Not for me.
So even you'll survive some
I
whack
have
dick?
like I just give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, okay.
There's
She
no
does.
benefit of that on white dick. I mean, it's never there's no benefit on.
But I
what's
mean,
whack
there's
stuff?
other things that they could do.
Aspects.
Yeah,
Word.
I could get good dick somewhere else. You know.
But if you've got good conversation, or if we're having fun, or we're
Yeah.
just enjoying ourselves, then it could take a back seat sometimes.
Yeah, weigh each other.
And it might make the sex better.
See, if
Yeah.
you like him,
Like when you really into somebody, it
Yeah.
definitely it changes the way that situation.
Regardless
is
of
handled.
what,
yeah.
because I could teach you.
See,
That's nothing that can't be taught.
see.
I don't believe that though. But I don't know if you. Okay, we'll visit that some other time.
Okay.
Going up too far. What about you? How did you walk out the event?
Well, Kiara and I do have like two different lives as far as relationships go, or as far as I don't know, like how we view men, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I've always been kind of like super safe about it. Like I'm always like, no, next, no. Like I'm really a yes girl. So when I went into, because I have experienced like really great relationships, and I've also experienced like really bad ones. So that kind of being there, kind of hearing, like especially like from Kiara's side of it, like I'm just like, oh, well, yeah, I'm kind of happy I haven't gone down that road. Like I'm kind of happy I've chosen the path that I've chosen. Pretty much.
Why do you think you're that way? Is there something you think there's like influence? Like one thing that came up in the show is
Yes.
like men are how they are because of their parents, whatever. Is that an influence? That,
Oh yeah, for sure. My parents were married 17 years before they even had me, and they got married in 174. So what is that? 44 years this year.
God,
That deserves a round of applause.
Yeah.
That's lit.
So just being around that.
I also think like I think with her situation, like she has a pretty good relationship with her dad.
Yeah.
Like my parents are still married as well,
Right.
but me and my dad really don't get along. So I think that foundation, you know what I mean, has our
Yeah, I do
Picker.
think I had a really good example. Just growing up at home, my dad's always been a hard worker. Half the time, my mom didn't even have to work. So I think that I had a good.
this is not gonna sound the way it sounds, but do you think that you are looking for the relationship with your dad, meaning like the guy that you want to be?
Because I love my daddy to death, but I could not spend my years with a man like my daddy. Like I don't even know how to put
No,
it.
that won't
Like
work.
Are you talking
My
about the
mama-
dad aspect of dad or the personality?
the personality. Like my mother, like I am not a very patient person when
I
it
can
comes
tell.
to men.
Oh,
when
I
it
thought you was
comes
gonna say
Period,
in
she
general.
means.
Well, okay. Well, I do have the only aspect. I have a son with special needs. That is probably the only aspect
What?
that I have the patience of Job. But any other time, I just don't. Like I don't have patience for anything. And my daddy, you have to be like my mama. She's the total opposite of me. Like she can just ride it out. She can just not say nothing. I am not that person. Like I must say when I want to say what I'm going to say
at all times.
And are you in a relationship right now?
all the time.
Okay. Are you in a relationship right now?
Yes.
Damn.
Really? Oh, I had a whole different setup for that. Okay.
Yeah, and it's been great. Like it's been eye opening. It's been a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And that's the other part of the situationships that I was just like, I don't deal with any of that.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
He's a man too.
Yeah.
He's not like
Word.
these.
Like
He
I
take
don't-
care of his kids and all of that.
Yeah.
Word.
You assumed he had kids.
Well, he does. Just
Yeah.
one though. Just one
Word.
Kid. Singular.
kid. One.
Yeah, because if he don't take care of his kids, he is like I can't even hang out
That's a
with homies that
red
don't take
flag.
care of
Yeah.
their kids.
That's a
sucker
red
shit.
flag.
That's
Well,
sucker
not for
shit. You stupid. But no, you said something about
Kiara
about
never gets
parents.
that far. She's just like, wait, you have kids?
Then it's a wrap. Cut it. But no, you saying about parents, and always believe that people either seek out the type of relationship their parents have, or they seek out a different type of relationship because they resent what their parents had.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I can see that.
because that's where you first learn what love look like. What a
Yeah.
relationship should be. And if your parents was on some fuck, or if you ain't had no pops or no mom in the crib, then you really don't know how to navigate without busting your ass a few times.
See, I agree with that, but I feel like when you know, like I go to right is right, wrong is wrong thing. Like,
Word.
I do feel like I think the emotional part is the part we don't deal with. Or I don't know about women, but as men, like, I don't think we know how to navigate the emotional thing that comes with, or someone's emotional neediness, or how to even deal with my personal emotion.
Yeah.
I think that is probably more a reflection of what you see in the house than anything else, because you know not to cheat. You know, it could be difficult,
But you don't know not to. I
If
mean,
that's all that you've seen.
Yeah. Some
And
people think that's just how
okay.
relationships go.
and that was like so even you look at like the influences. So I remember before I was married, I tell the homies I'm doing this, that, or the third. I got this chick. They be like, "Ooh, you about to not like." Even the encouragement that you get with that. Now
Yeah.
the mentality is different though, right? But there's not even nobody around you to be like, "Bro, don't do that. That's fucked up. You should don't
it
do
is
her
though.
like that."
At a certain point, are you that guy?
The guy that's like, "Yo, don't do that."
Yeah.
Now that I've been in what I've been in a marriage for as
Yeah.
long as I've been in, definitely. I'm
I
like,
think that's
yo,
across the board. I mean, with men of any race or whatever, once you're at a certain age, it's like, let's clean up. Let's get everybody. Who can we knock down? Then you get to a certain spot and you're like, man, this is exhausting. Like it's a task to keep up with regular people.
But see, it's not even that thought. It's that, yo, don't do her like that, bro. Not even being tired. It's like, don't do her like that. That's fucked up. Why you do her like that? Versus okay, now I'm ready to settle down. Like, why you doing that girl like that, bro?
Okay.
You feel me? Like
But
it's a
the difference
different.
but I think there's also a difference between knowing when you got shitty friends too.
Yeah.
When you got awful friends, you know you got awful friends. It just depends on how long you tolerate being around awful people. Cause
Real shit.
I'll say that a little while for later. I'll say that for later. All right. You talking about side relationships. Now, when we talked about, you was raising that hand up like, yeah, I got a few.
I mean, I just feel like I'm not in any side relationships because I'm not in a relationship. So I got niggas I talk to.
Lord,
God.
help me.
Let's call it side. Let's call it side. That it's been redefined. We now have a term for it because it's a hashtag for it.
But they're not side niggas if I'm not in. How are they a side if there's no main course?
Yeah, there's an official side piece thing these days. Like, it's official. If you
don't
decide
have
to,
Like
to
if
be
me and you
man.
was dating and I was dating no dude back here, he would be a side because you would be my nigga. But if I'm not dating nobody, ain't nobody a side. Y'all
So
all
it's got
on
to
the
be
same
it's got to be
level.
official.
There's nothing
before you
owed
even
to
have a
anyone.
side.
You don't owe
Yeah.
anything to anybody in that case.
That makes sense.
But you get no sides are sides.
No.
You don't need a main course to have a side.
Yes, you do.
I think you do.
That's a side.
Nah, it's
This
just-
ain't no main.
it's
This
just
ain't
a
no.
snack.
This
It's
ain't
just
You
point.
gonna be hungry in 30 minutes.
It's just
This
a
is a
snack.
All
snack.
sides.
That's just a snack. It
This
ain't no
is a
side
snack.
piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know snacks. I'm trying to get on the snack now. But
Help.
Every side
Help. SOS. Help.
is every side a snack.
No.
no.
So you
Look,
mean
I
to
don't even
tell
dabble
me-
in sides, and I know the difference between a side and a snack.
All right. So the side. So what? Because we tried to establish this. What makes someone a side? I think you can be a
I
side.
think
without
everybody
having a
has
name.
their own definition of what their side is.
What's your
That's
side?
Just what I think.
Word.
My side would be I can't have a side. So I don't have a side. I don't know. But if I had one, if I was in a relationship, I just feel like maybe that side would be someone who I talk to when, like, if I'm upset at my partner or
So, are sides the opposite of your main, or do you have sides similar to your main?
If you got a side similar to your main, then what's the point?
yeah, I think
That's
they're
what I'm
opposite.
trying to say. You don't
What
need
things-
a main.
I think they have things that your main does not have.
Yeah,
Like,
there's needs that aren't
Yeah,
being met.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay, is that your main stopped fulfilling a certain need, or he never had it from the get go?
Or you
think
didn't
it could
communicate
be-
to him that it was missing.
Well, I mean,
For me,
people don't
it's
communicate
probably
well in general.
for me it's
so-
probably communication because I shut down a lot and I probably
Open up
wouldn't talk
elsewhere.
I
about
think most people communicate poorly in relationship. I just think that just comes with it. That's what we try to improve on
Yeah,
with
that's
time because you're learning to trust somebody. You're learning all these other intangible things outside. Like I hope you learn about yourself as you learn about someone else. Because I think you're learning patience, tolerance, all these, like I always say, you don't fuck with nobody until you move with them. When you move with them, now you really know what the fuck the deal is. But I still don't think you need a main to have a side. It's just.
Then what is it? That's just the.
So, do you have a main?
I don't do mains. Do mains.
What you call
Only
it?
All
sides.
sides. All sides. I like corn, mashed potatoes, chips.
Oh.
Yeah, we're talking
is not
about
a side.
girls, and you know that, so I don't know why you've switched to actual food.
Because that's how I apply it to. That's why I look at it. Like hold on, this is my show.
I'm gonna leave that one in the air.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got listeners, you know what I mean? I got a base.
You got sides.
Yeah, sides, you know what I mean?
That's what it is, huh?
You know what I mean? If I'm out here, I need somebody to know they can shoot the shot. So let's,
Oh, my God.
Ain't no telling when it's gonna drop. What?
ain't no telling. I don't know if we got Curry or we got Shaq out from the field,
Wow.
so we're going to find out. Let me ask you,
Wowzers.
what's the hardest thing? And this for everybody. What's the hardest thing about relationships?
About relationships, from being married 6 years this year, right? The hardest thing as a male, the hardest thing is ego.
Is
Right.
what?
Ego.
Oh.
Because it's hard for me to let go of my ego sometimes, but then it's also hard in this world that we in now, where rightfully so women are empowered in a way that they should have been for forever. They don't need you, but they want you, right? So even my wife sometimes struggles to feed my ego, which boils down to communication, right? But ego on both sides. Like let me run this shit. I know you run this shit, wifey, right? But let me run this shit. And you really run it, but let me run it. Ego, man. Because ego's, and it ranges from everything, right? From don't question my decisions, right? Trust me that what I'm doing is for us, right?
But do you say
Ego
it
or
like
pride?
that?
No, because I want it to be more so implied, right?
Yeah.
Like, yo, trust me. We in this
Okay.
together. Trust me. I got
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
right? I wouldn't lead you astray, right? So I'd say that's a part of ego. The way you communicate, right? That's huge. The love language. So I go to love
Yes.
languages, right? Acts of service, physical touch, quality time, gifts, and words of affirmation, right? And so those, whichever your love language might be, that could feed your ego. My wife's is acts of service, so if I'm cleaning up the living room, that makes her feel good. So it's the ego thing. It's just it's the pride, man. Pride.
Yeah, see, I would err on the side of pride than ego.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm sure I know I got an ego, but I don't know. I don't play into it because I know it's there. I know when I need the thing for me, and
Yeah.
I know when I don't. Like, and most of the time I don't because I get caught up into like I feed my own ego. Like, oh, I
Word.
made some dope shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's probably from the place of being a creative. Like, I don't take compliments well, but
Oh, me
I also
neither.
don't take criticism hard. So nothing really bothers me because I can see the things that are not working.
Yeah.
And then when someone adds something and says you whatever the criticism is, I want to have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So I can figure out and learn from that. So if a person doesn't trust me, I think it's just more of a pride thing where I'm just like, damn, motherfucker, you don't trust me? Fuck you. Because
Yeah.
I think I don't care that you don't trust me. I'm just like, what did I do that you don't trust me? What is the position that I created that you don't trust me? And not so much like you're killing my ego right now.
I would say pride and ego go hand in hand in that respect, right? Because then again, it's not even like a crush to the pride. It's like, so in that same respect, I'm a Virgo. I'm sensitive about my shit. I'm an artist. And I'm highly critical of myself more than anybody else. I know everything I do is dope, and if I do it, it's gonna be dope. And if I know it ain't gonna be dope, I won't do it, right? But then it's like in that same vein where I know this shit. Let me know that you see me, right?
Support.
Like, yeah, and that's not that's where I say the hardest part of relationships is being able to be like, yo, I see you, and feeding that pride, ego, whatever you want to call it, constantly feeding that both ends. and not letting it get in the way on both ends.
Hey, Ryan Holiday, ego is the enemy. Without success you may achieve, ego is the enemy. Like, you can't, I just don't sit through, it doesn't get to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Have you ever been married?
Nah, man.
Sides only.
It changes a little bit.
Been
It changes a
married.
little
Not
bit.
getting married with sides only. Can we just say that?
That's why when you see chips and the chips is like it's $1.49, you're like, nah.
Cheap thrills.
You know what I mean? You'd never just say, man, you know, I'm going. Oh, I did just buy some expensive ass chips. Whatever. Fuck. Don't listen. Hardest thing about relationship for y'all two.
For me, I do well in confrontation, but I do not enjoy confrontation. So for me, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to come back from confrontation. Like, I see you different now. Like, I've seen you. I've seen how you, that whole other side of you. So for me, I think that's one of the hardest parts for me in a relationship, because, you know, once you first get into it, it's smooth, you know, nobody's trying to push any buttons.
I am.
You know,
Come on.
everybody's
It's about you.
everyone, you know, it's usually, you know, at the beginning it's usually a sweet deal, but once you get into like jealousy or whatever, you know, whatever pushes the other's buttons, and you see how they react to that, like, if it's not the reaction you were expecting, like, I'm just like, so you brought that out of me. Now I've seen this. How do we come back from that? Like, because, I mean, after that, you still gotta come back and have a conversation, like an adult conversation, a calm conversation, discussing the confrontation you just had. So for me, I think that's one of the hardest parts for me. I do not struggle with fidelity. I don't struggle, like, it's easy for me to do that, but I think once you get like into the middle of it and start seeing things that you hadn't seen in the beginning, that's probably the hardest part for me, to move past that, seeing people differently.
See, I think arguments are needed.
I do think it strengthens a relationship.
That's one, I try not to, when I start a relationship, now here we'll pull the curtain back a little bit, we'll talk about me. When I try to not start being someone I'm not. Like, from the beginning,
Sure.
I'm going to be who I am. Because I think the quicker you know, if you can tolerate me, the better. Because I always say, the moment you resent me, just leave. Because it doesn't get better. You're not going to start to trust me more after you stop trusting me. Like, the moment that you despise me, go. Don't try to keep making this thing work. Because I think that's such a visceral reaction you can have for a person. And so for me, in the beginning, like, I have to, like, I won't fake it. You know, I'm not going to call you all the time. I'm not going to respond to everything. Like, all that lovey-dovey. Like, not that it's lovey-dovey. It's just, like, I've been there and I know, like, it's exhausting trying to be someone you're not. Because no one can keep up with that. So anytime I hear about people's relationships in the beginning, it's like, oh, he do this or she do this. I'm like, I just can't keep up with that shit. That's too much work.
Yeah.
But it's
I mean,
not,
go ahead.
I don't think it's fake. I think you just haven't come upon anything that is going to deter you from doing those things, because initially you're getting to know each other. I mean, if you haven't seen any qualities that you don't like, you're not gonna dislike them,
But
and that
some
doesn't
people are
necessarily
waiting
mean
to see something that they like. It's like they see a little thing that they like, but like, I need a little, like, but
that's
I'm
different.
gonna keep.
If you suck, you
Well,
suck.
I was even gonna say that it sounds like you might not have found somebody that's influences you to, I don't want to say change, but step outside of your comfort. Because once you find the right motherfucker, it's some things you'll do different than what you've done before, right? And that's for anybody, right? A good meal will have you eating different, preparing your food different.
Look at this, man.
You said something last time about eggs.
That's why food is important.
There was
Remember
a
when you
discrepancy
said
about
something
an
about
egg
eggs?
comment.
You was like,
What
her
I-
eggs wasn't the same. We was like,
Yeah,
what?
she
You
was
took
like-
her to the Burbank or something?
All right.
Yeah, that was definitely not the.
It threw me off. I was like,
context.
this motherfucker
Her
talking about
eggs.
Yeah, that was a misunderstanding there.
Bad misunderstanding. Bad misunderstanding.
Eggs at the store, eggs and ovaries are different.
Yeah, way different. Way different. But no, yeah, some different things might influence you to
Keep talking.
move different, right? And the right person will have you doing shit you never thought you'd do.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me,
the wrong person will have you doing things you didn't think you'd do as well.
This is true.
And how do you know which one is which? She just snorted all on this thing. We'll edit it. We'll edit
that
it
part out.
No, don't keep it in there.
Okay, we'll keep it in there.
It adds character.
It adds character. See, y'all both snort when y'all laugh. That's
This
hella
is
real.
real.
Sam, I haven't done that on
You
the
did it twice. You did it twice. But no, I'd say it's almost like the fulfillment you get of what you're doing. So let's say the wrong person got you all the way out of character in a negative way. If you enjoy that shit, that's definitely
weird.
the wrong person.
That's weird.
But if you going out, if you doing things that you normally wouldn't do, that you don't like doing, but it feels good doing it, right?
But people mask that as like, well, you know, I need to change. Well, you know, I'm used to my routine. Maybe I should step outside of the box, do something different. Because before, you know, if you got a person that pulls you out of who you are, and you can't measure if that's a good or bad influence, like it looks the same.
But I think you can usually measure if it's good or bad.
A lot of people stay in very fucked up relationships.
So let me give this example.
Oh, that's true.
Caitlin, how old is your son?
He's 8.
Are you the same person you were before you had your son?
No.
So would it be safe to say your son has influenced and brought out of things, or maybe even made you shred things that you normally wouldn't have done before?
Absolutely, yeah.
But for all intents and purposes, you can't, like, you got to stay with this situation.
So, but that was where I was going next, right? So, love in general, right?
Yeah.
And there's I don't want to quote it, but there's so many different type of love, right? You got like agape love, and there's different type of loves. Love does something to you, and even how you see yourself. So you say you ain't shit, right? I'm just quoting you.
Okay.
I'm just quoting you. That's
They can't
it.
see me.
Yes, he did. He said it.
You say
I'm
that
just
all the
quoting.
time.
All the
actually.
time, actually. Yeah.
Right? But the right person come along, they might draw different qualities out of you that you might not even see in yourself, right?
I mean, we don't see it.
Some girl.
That was an alley-oop. My bad. That's my bad.
She came in like Kevin Durant.
But no, they draw things out of you that you may not have seen. Like the level of patience I have now, I didn't have before marriage, right? Like it's really taught me that it's bigger than me, and that's what a relationship is. A good relationship is really seeing that this shit is bigger than just me. There's two of us involved, and if again the long game, speaking as a married man, the long game is marriage, right? If not, you're just playing the fucking game for nothing. And if that's the case, then y'all do indeed become one with God and one in spirit, right? And it's bigger than you.
Yeah. That's true.
I don't want to
Here.
repeat myself because I said something before. I don't know if it was on my show or something else. Your turn.
My turn? Okay. So what's hard for me, I would say, is I guess you can kind of chop it down to communication, but it would essentially be like opening up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That makes sense? Okay. So yeah, that's really hard because
For you to open up.
for me, and for me.
Wow.
Everything else I feel like comes easy to me.
Why it's so hard to open up?
Just because like I like to deal with things on my own, and I feel like if you're not in like my close circle, like if you're not like my best friend,
Word.
then we're not talking about it because I don't want you to view me differently. I don't want you to have
judgment.
I don't want that. Huh?
I said fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Judgment.
I know, but
Easier
I tell her
said than
that
done.
all the time. Yeah.
yeah,
It
it
is
is very
easier.
easy.
So is the biggest concern the judgment of it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I would have to say
because
that.
even when I see her in situations with guys, and I'm like, here, tell him no, but I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to. But I'm just
I
like,
don't want to
who
seem like
cares?
I'm mean and
Who cares? Like,
So
he's
emotional.
currently
I know.
using
That's
you,
so
so
sad.
we can't worry about his feelings right now. Like he's using.
But I
you
just feel
currently.
like, okay, so let's say he's using me. That's fine. But I'm not going
Never
to
fine.
be
That's
like,
fine.
Yeah. You
but I'm
see
just
that? You
saying,
see
like,
that?
I'm not going to be like, I don't know, I'm not going to do nothing to spite him. Like, okay, you're using me. You'll get what you need to get. and
Using
then
me
we'll
or you
just-
using me? I just want to make sure we're using the right terms here.
Used.
Okay. So
That's not
it's
happening
over now.
anymore.
Okay.
I don't think.
So
She don't know.
So I look at that a certain way. Like, so you've dated someone, right? And you found another person. Like, that goes bad, you find another person. That goes bad, you find another person. Why not just carry that? Like, when you say judgment, you know these people can be replaced. So there's really no point into, like, saying, oh, I wonder how he thinks or how they feel. It's like, I met some good people, and I keep meeting new good people along the way. Instead of saying, well,
yeah, but it don't click like that for me.
It really doesn't.
I don't think about that at all.
Because sometimes, like, we'll just be sitting talking, and then I'll just say something, and she's like, "Oh,
I didn't even think of that."
So you move with blinders on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's the hardest thing for me. Everything else, like, I can be really faithful in a relationship. Make sure y'all hear me. If I ain't in a relationship, fuck all y'all. Okay.
damn.
Sheesh.
All sides.
Oh my goodness.
All sides. No main courts.
It was a pastor.
Oh,
This is a real story.
Okay.
A pastor. And it's probably I remember my mom used to watch this guy every morning. This is when I was in college, so I was older by this point. But
so what year was this? 91?
Shit, maybe. You know what I mean? Graduated in 2003. It's somewhere between 2003.
High school? Yeah, 91.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh, sorry. Sam might be old too. Never mind.
Graduated 05.
Damn. See what they. You know what? This has been a good episode.
Sam, even Sam's younger than you.
And this pastor would say, if you're going to be around me, the people around me, I have to be making better. Because if they're not better as a result of being around me, then I got to get rid of you. Because either you're a bad influence on me and bringing me down, or I'm incapable of helping you.
Yeah.
And like that stayed with me. I remember she watched this every morning. And then I went to college. I was like, I got to watch this. And the show started the same way with those lines all the time. It was just a clip in a sermon. And that was like that one of those things that changed how I dealt with people. It's just like, I can't keep toxic people around me all the time. Like, everybody around me is dope people, like great people that I let around me, and they see all the things that I'm capable of. Because in general, if you're an awful person and you keep being awful every day, I don't care if it's a relationship with a woman, friends, whatever, in some way, if you shitty, you are bringing that to me.
Yeah.
And like, if you saying, like, I think if you kind of followed something like that in general with people, with these dudes that you can tell are using you or whatever, if you're not gaining way more than they're gaining from it, you'll be able to replace them. It's a new dude. Everybody gonna shoot the shot.
Buckets.
So you can shoot yours to someone new, someone better when you see it. If you
don't shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
Nah.
This is a two-way street.
No.
Listen to
No,
Sam.
it's not.
Don't listen to Leslie.
No, it's not.
Because I always shoot
So
my
wait a
shot.
minute.
She's always
Okay, we ain't saying
shot.
always. I'm not saying always.
And look,
if
don't
I
shoot
like
your
it,
shot.
I'm shooting it.
Why? We gotta
Oh,
explain
gosh.
that.
Men
horrible.
should be pursuing a woman.
Man, no. You should
Yes.
be people.
I agree
people
with
should
that.
be.
I just don't know why I don't do
People
it.
should be pursuing relationships, good ones, regardless of how they come. Like, you can't just go, well, I'm gonna sit back and wait for something, because if that thing that's sitting up waiting never comes to you, then you've been waiting for nothing.
No, let it happen if it happens. Not, but don't. And I have not been in the dating game for about 11, 12 years. Social media was not around back then. Social media has killed y'all.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
And so if you got a dude, if you pursuing a dude in his DMs, oh my God, you gonna lose. Cause he gonna take whatever. He's gonna be whatever, and you're not even gonna know who he really is. Right? So now you in a fucked up ass situation versus him pursuing you and you being able to vet him and be like,
But what's crazy is
Okay, I'll agree in this era of things. Maybe because we old, like y'all want.
stop it. You old.
Okay, I'll be old.
he's closer
I'm
to
out.
us than you are.
All right,
Yeah.
well, hey,
Yeah.
it be like that.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something about my generation. Then.
Back in my day when we was walking to school in the snow.
When we left for the mile and we said who got a pen and who got their paper.
Yeah,
because
real
you
talk.
had
But that's what's bad though. We don't like our generation doesn't do that now. So the only way to shoot your shot is through social media.
What about church or the gym?
I know.
Oh, that's
So
true.
me and my barber was having that conversation,
church.
right? Like,
But who? But what?
I ain't shooting no shots at church.
Anymore.
I mean, there's different relationships that can develop there,
Exactly.
right? Church
Good
or the
people.
gym. And I say the gym because you know they in there on a mission. They in there on a goal. They not faking, facading, because
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Gram. Everybody in the gym look like they faking to me, but that's just me.
That's the
That's
gram.
because you
That's
don't
the
go.
gram. That's the internet.
Okay.
You need to go to the actual YMCA
I know. She hit me.
on North Rock Road.
No, it's on. I'm on the west side. West side.
Yeah. Not at the gym.
Wow.
She said,
Okay.
she said you wasn't with me shooting in the gym? But
Oh,
no,
you mean that gym? I thought she meant like whatever.
But no, the gym and
You're
church.
not at
Those
either
are
one.
those are
I'm
great
at
places
one.
to find good dudes. Or
Not
that's
the
where
one
good
that's-
people are
not
at.
the one that's doing this. I ain't doing this. I mean,
Oh, you shooting shots.
I let the ball
Literally.
come back to. I ain't working nothing. I ain't sweating. You know what I'm saying?
They sweat shit.
Go ahead, Finn. What you
But that's where good people are at. When you social media has killed it because people are facades. Like they are whatever you want them to see. So this brother that's
Front for
look
the book.
real good, clothes real good, homie's outfit, all of that. I'm just being 100.
Not a homie's out.
Real shit. Real shit.
Homie's car.
Homies like everything, and it goes the same way for women, right? It's their body goals, all that type of shit. Like the internet is so fucking fake. Unless you selling a product, the internet is fake.
Yeah.
And it sucks because if you pursuing a relationship, that's all y'all pursuing is the fake shit. Because then now they trying to keep up this facade, or you trying to keep up a facade of what they've seen on your Snapchat, on your Instagram, whatever, and ain't nobody being real. And then when it's time to be real, it's like, oh shit, word, that's
You
that's
put
who
that
you
on
are.
Facebook?
Yeah.
I think
It's
people.
whack.
I
It's
think
real
people
whack.
real. I just think people don't know how to see it because they like shiny shit. They like the
Yeah.
impressive
I
shit.
feel like I'm real on my social media.
Word.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, I don't know. I have yet to meet a great man on social media.
Yeah, me neither.
But I think it's just
I'm not
more.
saying
It
it's
plays more to the
impossible, but-
people like people like shiny shit. So
Yeah.
like it could be a dude that's like extra regular. Who if you shot your shot, y'all went out. You like, you know what, this motherfucker's solid.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it don't look like because he look like he just
Oh,
do
yeah.
regular
When you
shit.
scroll
Yeah.
and he got his bed, his mattress on the floor, all types of shit.
Well, I
You
ain't
see
say
that.
all that. You know, I think you still should
Oh,
avoid
no.
him.
But like going through like real life situations.
Going through
you
real
mean.
life situations, yeah. And then you scroll and see the fool with the decked out wheels. You're like, oh,
no, I think
Well, he
that's
kind
true.
of cute. Okay.
Got a rollie.
I feel like people
blinded.
who,
You gotta be blinded by booty.
I done said something. I do feel like the people who show pain on social media. See, it's hard to say because some
I
people just
can't
be
with
wanting
people who
attention.
show pain.
Oh, don't get me started. I can't.
Yo,
I have
It's hard.
like
Me-
zero energy for that bullshit.
you know, me and wife was talking about how corny stuff is on social media because she's off social media right now for Lent.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you had a dope event the other day. You should get on there and tell people thank you, and then be like, yo, I'm going back. I'll see y'all later. And we were talking about how corny it is, going like kind of thinking that people showing pain. And I think the problem is people don't know how to articulate. Some of the shit is mad corny, but people don't know how to articulate themselves. So then when they do show pain, it could be something that somebody could lean on, right? Because mental health is real. All that shit is real, right? So if it's like, yo, just because I
Go ahead.
don't know how to articulate that I'm going through something horrible without it sounding corny, doesn't necessarily always. Sometimes you're like, yo, get a life. But it doesn't always necessarily mean, yo, this is a corny situation. So
Yep.
it's
Yep.
tricky.
Even
Even pain.
saying.
I mean, you know, I just got fired. You know, things like this. That I think people don't know how. I don't know. It's hard to say because I want to say people don't show real life issue, but then they show real life issue, and then it's like I need attention. I need people to validate me.
But I also feel like not everything has to go on Facebook.
Not
you
every-
know?
not every-
Because
mo-
it
most shit don't have to
It
go on
gets
Facebook.
old. Like even
Or
if you
social.
are someone who's just continuously going through something, I don't really need to know about it every time.
After a while, it's like, yo, is it the situation or is it
do
you?
something about it. Like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, real talk.
Just listening to all this does show me like how frustrating it would have to be in your situation. Since I pointed you because they in relationships, married in a relationship.
Speaking of that, I do got to get to the wifey.
I ain't get that.
I gotta cook.
Okay, me too. I got an air
Ain't
fryer.
that Hebrew bread?
Oh, I forgot it was sitting right there. I'm taking that. We eating that.
But I do got a jet. I appreciate y'all allowing me to sit in, and definitely, it's almost turned into a therapy session on Kiara. I feel like
It is not a therapy session.
It is.
it is. But we gotta do this again. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm gone. But
Go
y'all
ahead.
keep going.
I got my one.
Bye, Sam.
Bye,
Hold on.
Sam.
Let me. Hey, you been over to Touch Body Works yet? Go to Touch Body Works at evoketouch.com. That's EVOKE touch.com. With skincare products that's so natural, you can eat it, but don't. It'd be frustrating to be in that because I come from a place where people should want to interact. So it's like I can do both because most of my life was built around like you gotta actually talk to somebody. And then doing this stuff forced me to talk to people. Being an artist makes you talk to people, interact all the time. But y'all can create this barrier that is very comfortable. Would you say? Is it comfortable to be behind the phones and things like that?
I mean, yeah, it's comfortable, but I don't mind a face-to-face interaction either.
Raw? Can you do that raw without like? All right, I met him. I did all the vetting that I want to do. Now I can just talk to him.
Yeah.
Or can you just like, all right, I met a dude on the street. Let's chit chat.
Yeah, I feel like I can. I'm a very people person, so I don't have any issues with talking.
Man, ask you this. What's the most messed up situation you've been in a relationship?
In a relationship.
Or whatever side. I mean,
I would probably
I got
have to
fancy
say
names all of a sudden.
the most messed up situation was dating a guy, getting engaged to him, breaking off the engagement, and then him threatening my life and my family's life.
Happened. And he stalked me.
Correct.
Okay, hold on.
Welcome to my life.
So this is a second. This is pre or post marriage. Which was this before that marriage or after the marriage?
This is a completely different person.
But I'm saying, was that
After.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Engaged twice.
3 times.
I mean, I can't help it that I'm wife material, but
See,
but for real, I am wife material. I don't know, like, I just feel sorry for people. And like when he proposed to me, I knew it was wrong. When we got together, I knew it was wrong.
Who said not to do it?
Kate always tells me not to do it, but
And Kate's always right.
I just do it anyway.
Why?
Probably because she
'Cause
said not
marriage
to
is-
do it.
Okay, that's a good friend right there.
Sheesh.
But when you know it's wrong, why do you do it anyway?
I have yet to figure that out.
Well, see, when this boy proposed to her, he messaged me and told me he wanted me to be there, and I said no, absolutely
So
not.
he told you he was gonna do this.
He told me. Yeah, he told me, and I think I told her.
Yeah.
I said, look here, we're not doing this because he's crazy. He was legitimately like certified clinically not stable.
So you knew this was happening and let it happen.
Yeah. I didn't know how to say no, and when it happened, I was just like, well, fuck. Because now I don't know what to do. And
Good relationship with family and like mom. I mean, I know you
Me?
said not dad, but yeah, you.
yeah, I mean, my dad is there. Like, we just argue.
Okay, with that though, like
Yeah.
I would like, you tell them when these engagements are popping off.
They met him beforehand
had
as
met
well.
him.
Yeah.
What do they feel about it?
I mean, they did not like him.
I don't think they knew the whole situation
yeah.
though either. Like I think they only saw good stuff.
Right.
You know, they didn't see what I was seeing.
Because she's my best friend.
Right.
She knows the raw of it.
Yeah.
Well, I would think was this the third engagement or the second one?
Well, the second and third over.
The first and the second kind of overlapped, but
two of them overlapped. I don't know which one.
the first and the second. So this was the third.
So 3 times you got to tell your parents, hey, I'm engaged.
Did we tell them about the other?
We didn't tell them about the second.
Yeah.
They kind of just found out.
Okay, second time you engaged. They don't go, okay, let's have a seat. Let's talk about this.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
They've had a seat with me, every time. I'm just the type of person that I like to get your opinion on things. Okay, I can see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure I'm making the right choice. And if it turns out to be the horrible choice, then of course I'll deal with the consequences. But if it turns out to be right, I want to be the one to be like, see, I told y'all it's right. It hasn't been that yet.
I was going to say, have we stumbled across that one? Because I might have missed it.
How do you feel about yourself today?
Oh, God. This is a therapy session. Why? I'm not understanding.
I'm curious.
How do I feel about, the
Like,
type
just
of person
in general,
I am,
just in general. You feel good about you today?
Yeah, I guess.
That's why it's always okay to let people go. You've been through 3 different these things, 3 different tragedies or whatever. If it look like shit, it's easy to just be like, boom. Because every time you come out of the flame and you all right. So instead of holding on to these
and going
things
through
and
it,
hoping, you don't
seeing it through.
When you see it and you got if she has never been wrong. Sometimes you gotta listen to your friends.
I'm trying to think of a time I was
know.
wrong, so I don't sound so right, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, I feel the same. I'm never wrong.
I'm rarely wrong.
What's your worst situation?
Huh?
What's your most messed up situation that you was
most
in?
messed up? Most messed up. Probably the one before this one, I'd say. I am definitely someone who's dealt with men who
I got video going.
I've dealt with men that are not always making safe decisions.
They hood ass niggas.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
She
general.
said safe. I'm like, safe.
That has been my general
type.
Kay works well with hood ass niggas.
and I don't know why.
They be tight.
Yeah.
I tell you why. It's all that sass.
I am a man.
Yes.
I think I'm a boy at heart.
She is.
I am
Tell her she's a nigga all the time. So.
got ad-libs over here.
I have that
Straight
mentality,
up.
which is why I think I have the ability to tell right off the bat, because I already know. I already know where this is going. I know. I think that's why I have that ability. But probably my most messed up. Met this guy. He told me. I thought he was being honest. He told me right off the bat that his ex was living with him. Right off the bat, right when we met.
Can we just throw this out that I'm pissed off? Go on.
Okay, right out the gate, he tells me, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm not really I've been single for a long time at this point, and I was just like, well, I'm not really, looking for relationship status anyway. So what you got going on is what you got going on. But then it kind of kept going, and then he tells me, well, I haven't been over there obviously because I don't want no static. And
this is why the hood ones like her.
Yeah. So then
I went over there, he ain't flexing. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm not tripping. And he then tells me that she's gone. But then after he tells me she's gone, then a little time, we actually start dating, decide to start a relationship, and then after some time goes by, I am a person who will make a list. I will make a list. I don't want to forget a single thing that I want to say. So 6 months, our 6 months rolls around.
A list to argue with?
Absolutely. I told you I'm good at confrontation.
So with an argument with a legend.
I got notes.
Exactly.
Our 6 months rolls around.
First of all.
That is, yes. Except when my iPhone notes, it was in there. I got a list of topics that we are going to discuss, things that are going to happen. Of course, I ended up not sticking to this, but me coming to the house was on the list. Because I thought it was weird. I just think it's weird. It's strange. You told me this woman's gone. Why can I still not come over? We talk about it. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah," you know, just
Nigga shit.
singing a song. Yeah, doing the dance, doing the nigga dance. So we keep on dating, you know, things seem to go smoothly. Well, Kiara, you know, she is on social media, as we've discussed. She keeps digging up, like, he's got pictures popping up with this girl, and they celebrating birthdays, and she's got profile pictures of him and her, and I'm just like, okay. So I send him the screenshot. He starts ignoring my calls. Then we start go through like these, like, we're fine, and then he'll just disappear for a week, like, just not answer. I'm just like, are you okay? Are you dead? Have you been arrested? Did you murder someone? Like, what is the problem?
When you deal with a hood dude,
Exactly, which
you're
is
saying,
why.
did you murder somebody?
Exactly. And this is why I wasn't really tripping. Like, this is why I was just like, he's just doing hood nigga shit. Like, this is okay. So I got real sick and tired of these disappearances. Like, and we really didn't fight. Like, I think we got into maybe 2 arguments in 2 years. This went on for,
there. He was always disappeared.
This went on for 2 years.
Accurate.
So he does this disappearing act again, and I'm like, know what? This is it. We're not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I tell him, I'm done. We break up. Then he comes crawling to Kiara, asking her to tell
y'all know
me.
how I am.
We know how Kiara is. So she hyping a nigga up, you know.
You can do it. You can do it. You guys will get back together.
To who?
To this man. So here he come, and I said, okay.
You traitor. You juice.
Yeah. So I said, okay.
You supposed to be like, I don't know, man.
Exactly. Thank you. So, you know, he hit me with the, you know, the cries or whatever, talking about he's sorry. And I said, okay, I need...
Parked out, fucked up at your house, like, hey, just come outside. Let me talk to you.
Yes.
Let me holler at you.
I said, I need 2 weeks. I need 2 weeks to think about this. Like, I do not want to... No, hey, listen here. Number 1, 2 weeks, you're going to decide if you're still wanting to do this or you're going to go back to whatever you was doing in 2 weeks, okay? You either going to keep me on your mind or you just going to forget about it.
Oh, him?
Him.
Okay.
I'm telling him, I'm going to think about this for 2 weeks.
Fun at me, like, this is the show or we?
No.
Not role play.
2 weeks. Jesus. He says it's cool. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to think about this for 2 weeks. 2 weeks goes by. I got another list together. Yeah. Got another conversation.
In this 2 weeks, is he supposed to be disappeared?
He's supposed to be not, just leave me alone.
Okay.
So I can consider
where
this.
Where does this list come from?
Mind
The
you,
list.
that does not happen.
No, he wouldn't leave me alone. He kept texting me, and I kept keeping it short. I'm like, you're supposed to be leaving me alone. Okay. We're into 2 weeks. We decided to get back together. 3 weeks after
Legit 3
the
weeks.
2 weeks. What do? We disappear. He said he's on the way. We're supposed to be going to do something. Because that's happened too several times throughout the relationship. We're supposed to be going to do something. I'm dressed, I'm ready, I'm waiting, and I just don't hear from him. Okay? So he's supposed to be on the way. I'm at the house waiting. I'm just like, oh. And he got iPhone. I know you don't have iPhone. You don't have iPhone, right?
No. You don't know when I get messages.
So
Nope.
we both had iPhone. Our messages were blue. You know, like, messages are blue.
This is the worst part, guys.
Anybody with iPhones gonna understand this. Messages are blue. I text him. I said, hey, where are you at? My message is not getting delivered. So I have to send my message as a text message. Okay, now I'm
already know where this
Googling.
going.
Now I'm Googling.
No.
Now I'm on Google, and I'm like, okay, why would my text, why would my iMessage, suddenly turn green? Maybe his phone died. Maybe, maybe he ain't got no service. Like, maybe it's one of those things.
Like,
No.
hood niggas always got go phone.
He
trap
blocked
phone.
me. He blocked me. Yeah, he blocked me because then I called and it goes straight to voicemail. So,
Damn.
So I just let it go. The next day, it's summertime, so my son's out of school, so we ain't got to worry about school. I'm going to drop him off at my mama's house. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to drop Little Man off early, and I'm going to just run by the house real quick.
This is a nigga's worst nightmare.
Just run by the house real quick. So I drop Little Man off, and I'm like, I'm going to give him one more chance. I try and call, goes to voicemail. I try and text, we still getting green messages. Okay, I'm headed to the house. Like, it's happening. So I go over to the house. I pull up. His car is there, so he's alive. I knock on the door. I wait. Nobody comes to the door. I ring the doorbell a couple times. Now I'm getting irritated, so now I'm knocking again. And then I hear someone coming down the stairs. So, I mean, okay. He opens the door. He has on no shirt. He's in basketball shorts.
Because he don't go to the gym. He do it at the crib.
Yeah,
I get it. You know
yeah,
what I
I
mean?
bet he was doing something at the crib. And then
Working out.
still, you know,
Cardio,
you know,
you know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
when you just wake up and you open the door and you got to get your eyes together. That's what he was doing when he saw me. And I said, "Hey, at this point, I'm trying to play concerned. Are you all right?" And he doesn't invite me in. Instead, he slides out the door and shuts it behind him. And he
House
goes,
of mess. I get that.
No,
Shut
he goes,
up, Lester.
"Nah, you gotta leave. I'm here with the girl who's supposed to be gone. I'm here with her, and I don't want no problems if she sees you."
Good Samaritan. So what happened?
I just left. And I tell you now, I do not cry.
Oh, she doesn't cry.
Shed no tears.
I don't cry. But I thought I was going to die. Like I just felt like I was going to die.
Was it anger or sadness?
Both. Like I was so mad at him for dragging me through all of that and asking me for all these chances and playing all these games, and then just to come back to the same thing that we should have just broke up for. Like why? Makes no sense. No sense at all.
That hurt me.
It hurts me too.
It was awful. And I really liked him. Like we
I
was
liked
homies.
him too.
We was homies.
But now he's a dick.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Chop it off.
K squared.
KB
let's do
squared.
this. If you could give someone advice based on your life experience, what would you give them?
Holy shit.
Or you could, either one can go first.
Let's do.
I should go first?
Yeah.
Okay. My
Wait,
advice
hold on.
would
Are
be-
we doing like advice to ourselves or to each other?
You know what?
I feel like it'd be
See
more
that hit
therapeutic
me?
with
See
each
that?
other.
Yeah. Go ahead, huh? Whichever one. I like both ideas.
Okay, well I'm gonna go first then.
Oh God. Okay.
I know
Man.
hers is gonna be kind of hurtful.
What's joy with no pain? You know what I mean?
Okay, so my advice to my boo Kate would be is to just soften your heart a little bit
Oh.
and have a little more patience. You can come off kind of abrasive to people and kind of mean, kind of bitchy, but she's really not that at all. Like she's super, super sweet. You are. I love you. But I would just say, just be a little nicer to people and
Hit it with some real shit.
And,
Dig in
like-
there. Dig deep.
Lester.
I'm facilitating.
consider people's feelings before you say things. That's what I would say.
She is not the first person to give me that advice, actually. So
Oh God. Go ahead, Kate.
Uh-oh.
I'm ready for
Let's
mine.
flip that coin.
Lord Jesus.
let's see.
I think I'm gonna title this the therapy show.
Well, let's see. My advice to Kiara would probably be, don't sell yourself short. Like, I feel like
Know your worth, queen. Go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like
Just ad lib it.
sometimes I don't want to use the word settling, but I kind of feel like that happens.
Just gotta
And
be
I feel
honest.
like, I feel like you shouldn't. Like, I feel like, I think that there are questions you should ask before allowing someone into your life, before letting them in. You need to know. Don't just let anyone know you, because not everyone is going to deserve that. Maybe that's why I'm so mean, because I feel like what I got going on ain't like, you got to be extraordinary. Like, I gotta be vibing with you. Like, I'm not just gonna let anybody just know me because I'm dope. I think that's the advice for Kiara. Think you're dope and don't let anybody just know about it.
The dopest thing about this whole show, I didn't want it to go this way at all. Actually, I had some notes. I didn't really stick to my notes, But
You never do.
I never do.
Actually, I don't even know why you bring notes.
Because just in case, some people just dull people. I'm like, well,
We ain't dull.
all right, there we go. I should have had the video going.
You really should have.
But what I think is dope is the fact that I think people are not honest in general with themselves and other people. And I think, we talk about communication and all other themes that ran across. But I think honesty is important. I think when we do shitty things, we know it. You think so? Yeah. So we got to know when we're being shitty in a part of the situation to just make an action on that. Like, just not, like you say, not selling. Like, you should invest in yourself, always bet on yourself. And if you look at yourself like stock, you look at yourself like a business or a commodity that's out here for someone that's something of value, when things around you are making you less valuable. You put a diamond in shit, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
And what I think is dope about today is like this conversation. I wanted it to be this way. I know situation was like outlandish, a little aggressive, but then to turn around and do it more intimately, I think is important and valuable, because there's some people who need what y'all just did and don't have friends to do that, and as well as have the situation and life experiences to go, what, this is a bad situation, I should leave. I know plenty of people that stay in very bad situations. With jobs, it's funny. If you don't like your job, would you quit your job?
Definitely.
Yeah.
But people can't apply that to relationships. They can't quit a bad relationship because they feel like they can't get another job.
Yeah.
And I think that is an honest thing that you have to say. Remember that you have always got a new relationship. You've always found a new relationship, a new friend if you needed one. You can't get new parents.
No.
But the friends, the life that you choose is always your choice.
Yeah.
Your family, you can't pick that. The people, like your friends, the people you pick. The people that you sleep with, the people you hang out with, the people that you let close to you. You choose that. And if they're shitty, you made a shitty decision. And you have to say, I made a shitty decision. Across the board. Anyway.
Thank you, Lester. I needed that.
Well, I was just talking to everybody.
You should be that Lester all the time.
No,
all
I can't,
the time.
I can't
all the
do
time.
that.
You should be that Lester.
You actually make me want to give you a hug.
Yeah, that was like a real Dopest special, though.
Don't cry, because I really won't cry.
I'm not.
No. I'm editing it up. She cried. You know
I
what?
did not cry.
She cried, guys. She cried.
I did not.
And that was a real moment. That's gonna be a clip. We're gonna put that on the gram.
You better.
We're gonna make it dope. But I appreciate both of y'all doing the show, and Sam as well. He had to leave.
Yeah.
Now do this with everybody. You don't have to. If you want to share your social, feel free to show it. If you don't want to be found, don't be found.
I don't want to be found.
Well, I do. So
I
got 2 pages, y'all. So on Instagram, I have my regular Kiara Brooks 1314, and then I also have, I do makeup. So my makeup IG is Makeup by Trinice. Hit me up.
Hey.
And then on Facebook, I'm Kiara Trinice. So.
Damn, she just hit. She turned up. You know what?
That's
you said
me.
Some real stuff. Let me hit you with something else. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of Famous Pod, KINDA Famous Pod, POD on Facebook. Go there, arrowfilms.com, AROWE films.com. Situationship, the live show. We got the video and the audio. I can't tell you exactly when it's coming out. It's 3 hours. It was 3 hours long. That whole thing was 3 hours. Had some poetry. It was there.
Can we talk about somebody real quick?
Okay,
all right.
We gotta save that.
I just want to say real quick. If I specifically say don't send me a dick pic, don't send me a dick pic.
Okay, yeah, we had to get that off our chests.
But that's it.
Off of our chests.
We'll put that on the ground. We'll make sure they know that.
Oh God!
But it's gonna keep happening. They gonna drop that off.
And I'm gonna tag him too.
No.
But go on.
Finish, Lester. Finish.
Get them clean people collectors. Make sure you subscribe. I don't know what just happened. But I don't talk relationships on my show, but I guess I have to start too, because that's what people like to talk about. And everything else, but we can talk about anything else. I don't know how to end it now. Y'all just threw me off. But we'll end it. Arrowfilms.com, Kind of Famous Podcast. Until next time. Tell your mama I said hi.
Hey guys. Bye. Tell your daddy I said hi too.
So, in light of you being kind of famous,
Why the hell I'm kind of famous? Who the hell she know?